goes out for $600 every day.
If it comes in a color, it's automatically like $400
at least. Yeah.
It doesn't even matter if it rolls or not.
No, it doesn't even have to have like soft close drawers.
Oh, you fancy now? Soft close drawers.
Dude,
I'm lucky if it just locks.
drawers.
Yeah, right. I'm lucky if it stays shut. If it doesn't lean and doesn't come out.
I just need to lock. That's it.
Yeah.
I leave all my drawers open because they don't close. I have so many tools in each one, so it's like always teetering.
Yeah.
On the brink of falling over.
Oh, come on. That was the live button, in case y'all were wondering. We're live, so don't say anything incriminating. Why does it say no sound? Why are they saying no sound?
Can you hear me now? Hello? No sound?
Everything's good on my end.
I know.
I can hear myself. I can hear you guys.
Does everybody hear us? Dan Grant says it got sound.
Dan says it got sound.
Y'all
missed some gems there the first 30 seconds. I mean, it was fire.
All right, Austin said again. All right. It's all y'all losers that don't have sound.
Yeah.
So
just a couple.
Yeah, you probably have to refresh it.
Yeah, refresh it. You guys, there's a button.
Yeah, just figure it out, guys.
Yeah.
Call
what
Zuckerberg.
The hell?
Call Zuckerberg.
If I can figure it out, I'm sure.
Right. Right. But we're live. Everyday Audio is number 56 in the building. Don't say 56 already.
Oh wait, is it 56 already?
Yeah, we do that every show.
Every show?
Yeah, every show. Oh my God, already 56.
When can I say it?
100. 100 you can say.
100. Oh my God.
We're not making it to 100. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling all the fans right now. Y'all, we don't have fans, but I'm telling y'all right now, we're not making it to 100. It's just
we're getting to 100.
60 is max.
Dude,
we're out.
We'll go 2 a week until we get to 100.
Are you like? You're not gonna have 100 viewers?
No,
we're gonna have 100 viewers. 100 episodes.
100 episodes. Okay.
We're at 56 right now. We're only making it to 6.
And it's taking us like 3 years to get to 56.
Yeah. We're gonna have one to the end of the year every day. Fade, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. But we're live.
For real, that would be awesome.
It would be sick. I'm not doing that.
Everyday audios.
Everyday audios every day.
Every day.
I mean, we got to kill the name. All right, we're live. Skippo one here. It's T-Fade in the corner. And
it's very disrespectful.
I figured who this guy. Who's Steve?
Wait, who is this?
My name's like right.
Yeah, I see it.
Right.
There it is. Mr. Steve Benton, Midwest SPL out of Arkansas. Figure that out.
Yeah, not Oklahoma.
Not Oklahoma. We've asked him 3 times. He's not from Oklahoma.
I said, "Are you sure it's not Oklahoma?" I swear, somebody go to his profile right now. There's something about Oklahoma.
It's not. I barely say. I mean, I'm from Arkansas.
Go Sooners. I don't know. That's what I heard. Mr. Steve Benton, how are you, sir?
I am wonderful. Glad to be here.
That's good. Fade's kind of glad to be here. He's never very.
No.
You know, the thing still got a little,
Give me about a half an hour.
Once that ice starts clinking, we're getting spicy in here.
Well, I can one up Fade.
Uh-oh, Sketty goes.
Whoa.
Oh, doofer?
Holy shit. What the hell?
I
need a Northern Gulf Coast SPL mug here.
We're absolutely come out with a new org, NGC SPL, Northern Gulf Coast.
Northern Gulf Coast. It just rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah, do you need a promoter? Sure. I might know it.
Yes.
This is only going to make sense to anybody like super local. But Crazy Ralph, is he not like Crazy Ralph's long lost twin brother?
He does look similar.
That won't make sense to you, but
over here, this comments deal, I'm seeing a lot of our guys loving this.
Yeah. They love you, man. I swear.
They support the supporters.
Every post I see about Midwest SPL is everyone loves you. They love the organization. They love all of it. I mean, every organization has shit talkers, but I don't know if I've ever seen anything negative said about Midwest SPL except Skip.
Yeah. Me, I'm always shitting on it, so it is what it is. Sorry.
He's like, who?
Those that know, and those that don't.
Yeah.
What Fade? Tell my joke.
I'm drunk already. What the hell?
Midwest SPL. It's a thing.
Apparently.
Yeah.
We like to say it's the best thing that no one knows about.
Exactly. I joke a lot, I joke about y'all and I joke about NSPL, North Carolina or something.
That's the one.
Yeah, I make fun of that one, and I don't make fun of MWSPL because I know it's a legit thing, but I make fun of that one all the time. But no lie, like it's it's a niche, but it's so popular in its niche. Like it's y'all finals has to be. I mean, it's got to be the most entries. It has to be. I won't take no for an answer.
We
It's like 1,000 or something.
Yeah, hundreds. Pip and Lifeball will love that comment. Hundreds.
Tens of people go to the Midwest SPL.
We have a lot of competitors. You know, I don't want to get into details and that they sound like we're just bragging, but we have a lot of people comparable to other organizations that show up in one location and have a great weekend.
How many? Tell us. How many?
Hundreds of competitors.
It's a more than 100. Okay.
Tens on tens.
I mean, honestly, more than 100 is pretty good.
We have had at times more SPL competitors at our finals than other single organizations across the states. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I can see that. You know, at Unified or well, we won't get into all that. We won't.
We can literally just count the entries on Term Pro. We'll do that tomorrow, and I'll post.
Somebody go do that right now. As a matter of fact, we'll send you an Everyday Audio sticker. If you
see entries, and then it's weird, huh?
Yeah, there's entries and there's unique competitors.
All right, I don't know what that is, but entries I'll count.
All I'm concerned with is
unless you just want to, if you want to message me the number so I don't have to count, I'll be appreciative. Yeah. But we're gonna post them tomorrow.
Look, if one person enters 5 classes, I count that as entries. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's entries, but it's
one unique competitor. Yeah. I'm counting entries. Everybody I see on a board in a class, that's an entry.
Everybody you get $150 from is
everybody that paid you.
Wait,
$150.
They don't pay.
What's this 150 stuff you're talking about?
I don't know. It's what it costs to enter World Finals.
Wait, how much?
That's just a thing.
It costs money to compete in finals.
Each class actually costs $150. Unless you're Mecca, then they give you a couple of classes for.
But think about
for your $150. So how much do you charge per extra class?
Per extra class?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the first class.
Yeah. How much is it to go to finals for Midwest SPL?
If you don't want to park inside, it's free.
Whoa. What? How's that? That's not a thing.
And you can compete. You just can't park inside.
If you want indoor parking with free electric, it's the building. We take the cost of the building, what we actually pay for the building, and we divide that by the number of spots on the inside, and it's $75 a spot.
But
with electricity,
with electricity,
free.
Because that's what it costs just for electricity at Unified.
But if you do not want to park inside, you don't have to. You just park outside, and it's free.
And it's free for the first class.
First class, yeah.
Okay. And what's extra classes?
$287.
That's where he makes it up right there. $300.
Are you sitting down? It's $20.
Jeez,
good grief!
Just losing money every year, bro.
How much is it to run like at a normal 1X show? Like if I wanted to go to a normal 1X show somewhere in northern Gulf Coast. SPL, so like $100.
Our price for a normal event is 25 non-member, 20 member, and it'll always stay like that.
So that's a single pointer. Does it go up for triples?
We do not have doubles, triples, 4Xs. We do not offer that style event. What we do offer is an event called a progressive point event.
Oh, that's right.
So the more unique individuals that come to the show, the higher the points value. So if you get 20 unique competitors in a show, it's a double. You get 30 unique competitors, it's a triple.
If they come in like flamingo boa and like hot shorts,
I'll give them
hot pants. That's unique. Is that more unique?
That's got to be an extra point.
Got it. Something
extra point. Yeah.
That's a more unique individual.
That's only something Dan Current would do.
Yeah, 100%. That's where
Dan Current doesn't wear tops.
Or just come in just Batman underwear like
Bo Carriaga.
Yes, sir.
Bojangles.
Yeah, I've experienced that, and that's not pleasant.
Now, what if somebody wants to set a world record? Is that an extra cost?
Extra $150. It
has to be
100%.
And a different style judging.
Extra $150.
And you got to do the run again.
You have to do it twice and maybe cost you double.
You don't have to answer. We're just shitting.
It's free.
It's free and is it the actual run you did like in that class, or you have to do like another run? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It's automatic. It's your highest winning score of the event.
Yeah.
That is so weird, man.
I mean, they did the number. If it's not legit,
yeah.
So why is it not legit?
Why is it there?
You would think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it doesn't require a second meter. It doesn't. But now here's the thing with that: a lot of the organizations that do the state records and national records or world records, when you set the record on Saturday morning, good job for you. It costs you however much it costs, and then within a couple days, you get a plaque in the mail. That's great. Except Sunday at a different event, somebody else sets the record, so you had it for a day. And then they get mailed a record. So, personally, I just want to have to keep up with that. So at the end of the year, we update the National Records page. Awesome, Nick. You're welcome, Nick. We keep track of all the records at the end of the year. So if you could hold the record till finals, you get a nice and great plaque to take home with you. But you got to hold it all year.
Just set it at finals.
I got that.
Yeah,
just sandbag to finals and beat the guy that's in first.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Unfortunately, records can't be set at finals.
They can't? Oh,
what the shit?
Well,
all right, now we're getting into some.
Now we're getting to the dark days of Midwest SPL.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on.
Joking.
Why can't you set it at finals? That's where it should be set.
Okay, what event is that? That's not part of our normal event. It doesn't go under our events page. It doesn't count for points. You don't get points for finals. You don't get none of that. So it was becoming an issue. People were setting the records, but we didn't know where to put the record and how to carry the record over. Was it on last season? Was it on this season? So there's a lot of miscommunication or misunderstanding, and it was just easiest for us just to not count that. We do have the outside event that also goes on. A lot of organizations are doing that now. They'll have their main finals, and then they'll have a separate event outside or in another building. So you can simply just go outside and set the record there. And that counts for points. It counts for next year. So the first event of the year, you add finals with your big setup. You go outside, set the big high score, and that'll be your score until the end of the season.
All right. Well, I can see that. Well, look, before we get too far along, which we've already been too far along, why don't you tell us about Midwest SPL? Like, what is about? What do the classes look like? You don't have to break everyone down. What are the classes like? Where do you meter? How, that kind of shit, like the style, and tell us what you're about.
From our inception, we wanted to create a format that was retailer friendly. And which is a great idea. Retailers should love it. We started off with a 500 watt class, 210s, 500 watts. Nobody knew when we started in 08 how loud can you get with 210s and 500 watts. And there's a guy up Iowa or Minnesota somewhere.
Danny
Britton.
That was before Danny.
Oh, that was 12.
Guy did a 43, and I'm just like, wow, a 143 at 500 watts. I mean, that's crazy. And then as the year progressed, people got used to the format. It was a 145. We did a 145 with only 500 watts. And they got to 48s, 49s, and now they're doing 51s in our organization's plausible. And then it was actually a hard class. And mentioning Danny's name, Danny admitted out of all of his years competing in Extreme and DB Drag, that our 500 watt basic class, what we call entry level class, was the hardest class he's ever participated
in.
He would know.
That's a huge point because I don't know. We're fighting in our local groups down here with the org we have that made some big changes, and it feels like they're going the wrong way. It feels like they just constantly keep upping the power for their lowest class. It's like the lowest class is like 5,000 watts or something crazy.
7,000 clamped.
Yeah, like, dude, clamped. That's the thing, clamped. Like, you need
not
a 10K amp.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
And wire it in the dirt.
Yeah, man, it's just
it's the 2 amp max.
Yeah, I just don't get that. Like, I love classes like that, like you're talking about there, how it's the hardest class. Like, that's where I feel like people's brains would just go nuts, like with trying stuff, because they don't have to have crazy power or crazy electrical or, they just have to get ingenuity and figure it out.
When we started in 08, literally you could walk into your average store, you could buy 2 10-inch Solo X's and a 1200 watt kicker amp and just run 500 watts of power and be competitive with a retail bought system. Our first year out, I remember a guy, he had 2 Sony 10s from Walmart and some 4-channel amp that he bridged over, and he got 3rd place.
You love to see it.
There you go.
And that guy got excited and probably like bought more expensive gear later on. Is like, well, this might be louder, like
100%.
It's crazy.
So we started off just being retailer friendly. I mean, our classes had to make sense on a retailer level. We didn't have that many big classes. We always, people make fun of because we're 12 volt only. People make fun of that, but how many retailers are building on a retailer level 16 volt systems? How many of them want to warranty that product?
What does 12 volt only mean? What's your cap?
15.5.
Dude, that's still a lot of voltage. I don't know why Hank is on this
he's
rampage.
Yeah, he's just.
Jeez.
I mean, everybody's getting away from high voltage amps. It's clear
with the advent of the lithium, dude. Nobody needs high voltage anymore.
Yeah.
So I would almost bet that in our organization there is less amp repair due to high voltage than the others. Just because you don't need it. I mean, you can still be competitive. I mean, it's just a different form of competition. I mean, it's like what comparing, I won't even mention us, I'll just compare all the others. DB Drags, it's on the dash. Well, then you got USAC guys, I want to see a louder score, the reason why I put the meter in the kick. Well, if you want to see a louder score, put it in the port.
It's kick. I like kick.
So it's 3 different forms of competition, and ours is just 12 volt. It's just another form.
Where's your meter?
Legal.
But is it the
what
door
does that
open?
mean?
Is it
What does
door
that
open?
mean?
Door open.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
Y'all have a couple of different meters. Do y'all still do like middle of the dash?
I remember
in some class.
We started off years ago with a class called Mayhem, and that was a 3-minute. No, I take that back. I lied. The class was called Chaos.
Yeah, it was like 5 minutes.
It was 3 minutes. So our classes go basic, advanced, and then the names progress. Extreme. Our extreme class is a 30-second music average on the outside of the vehicle, on the passenger side, a foot outside the window. And then the next class is called Chaos because it was a 3-minute music average class. And we had 2 of those classes. I believe they were based on Cone area at the time. And everybody loved it. I'm like, well, the 3 minutes is just way too long. 1, it's a noise factor for any residential area that you're in. And 2, if you have to sit there as a judge behind the computer for 3 minutes while one guy just plays baseball, it's horrible. So we went from the 2 3-minute classes to 4 Chaos classes at a minute and a half.
I remember seeing a video. It was like the most boring video I've ever seen. It was Bo doing his finals run in his underwear, and dude, it was like the longest video of all time. Was that at Midwest SPL? Because I swear it was like so long.
Yep, you just sit there and it's horrible. So we just went to a minute and a half. Having a woofer cooker class, love it. People love it, and we needed something different.
It's entertainment. I like to see stuff on fire, especially that guy that will not be mentioned.
I wonder though,
how long can you do it?
The name that shall not be mentioned.
How long can you do what?
Yeah, how long can you keep people's attention, or keep competitors from blowing shit up?
Well,
I mean, I get it, but
hopefully we keep their attention for an hour on here, and this won't get too
on here. Yes, I'm just talking about like before people start wandering, like spectators and competitors get bored with it, and they get sick of cooking subs and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like how long is too long? Maybe just the final round be so.
It depends on vehicle flex, woofer flex, song choice. We have the door open. we actually have one competitor, and everyone that's watching from our area knows who Randy Wheat is. And literally, and this is not a joke, it was a 1.5-minute music average class, final round of competition at our finals. He's in the lane. Of course, our format, you're allowed to have the door open. During his final run against somebody else next to him, he's giving demos in his van in his final round.
The boss.
I
That's
can see
awesome.
that. Is that legal?
Yeah, I don't care.
That sounds like a DQ to me. That's an instant DQ
As long as
in
it
every
doesn't
other
affect
organization.
I mean, as long as it doesn't mess with the metering equipment, you can do whatever.
You can't put your head inside
You
there.
can't move.
No, I didn't say put his head. He was
touch
letting
things.
people crawl inside the driver's seat and sit in the van during his final run.
That's awesome. Did he win? Did he dominate?
The thing with Randy is he just didn't care if he won or lost. He was just there to have a good time, and he put on a show.
Love it. It's Fade's
That's what I'm
motto.
about.
Even though he wins because he's awesome.
No, not so much.
Man, that's awesome.
I tell you what, a lot of the unified finals competitors compete in Midwest SPL. Like, there's a lot of crossover there. So this isn't some, like, you know, anybody who's watching it isn't familiar with Midwest SPL. There's like a lot of big time.
What is there a like a air miles points don't need type of thing?
Oh yeah, that's true. The curve.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's go.
If you are active military and out of the country serving your country and not able to be in the United States to have an opportunity to acquire any points, you get a free invite.
What about if you're just super
What about
lazy?
if you can't really go because Tuesdays you do a sick podcast show?
Also on Tuesdays you're drunk.
You
and
just can't go.
online.
Can't make it.
And just pay me $100 when you get to finals.
Yeah, $150. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm fine with that.
Are we good with that?
So
Can
no,
we do that?
No.
Can we buy
no,
points?
you just have to make a show.
4 show minimum.
4.
Minimum.
Holy shit!
That's where
Well,
he makes his money.
if you run our outside event at finals, that's 1. So you just have to hit 3 more. It's 100 points total with 50 in your class.
All right, I'm gonna need you to drive down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
I thought we thought about we asked about that one time.
I think we did one time talk about it. I mean, we kind of just want like every single organization.
Yeah, we do.
down.
We've
Just
had
every-
almost all of them.
all of them. I think
We're
Midwest
whores.
SPL is the only one we haven't had. No, we haven't
Yeah,
had Alaska here
Alaska.
yet.
Yeah.
That's right. I think everybody wants space boxing down here.
Facts. Yeah, there's just
All right, so we need a guest
Yeah.
appearance from Steve this season.
Absolutely. I would love to come down on vacation. And
yeah. We got good food. And look, we're Cajun, so I got it right on call.
I put that shit on everything.
that's worth the drive.
It is. I got a free one just in case. You ready? We know the gumbo spots.
You have to get the pair of us though, because he doesn't drink.
Yeah, I don't drink.
He doesn't drink, so
I drink
you can't.
caffeine free,
not gonna
Coke
work.
Zero. Reading the comments. Don't pay attention to Hank.
Well, are they for me or are they for you guys?
Both.
What?
Which one?
I'm just saying they'll ask about this and ask about that.
If you see one, I can't. Sometimes they go too fast, but if you see one,
Jimmy Pittman says, "Come down here." Come down where? I'm like as far south as you can get, unless you're like in southern.
yeah. What do you mean? We have to take a plane ride up.
Down? Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So, one question is: are there any plans to expand the region for Midwest SPL?
Always looking for promoters, but in this industry, it takes a unique individual to put on events. I mean, anybody can go out and set up a tent table and a meter and call themselves whoever, but how long are they going to do it? And why are they doing it?
I don't know what Fade's doing.
This isn't just for everybody. I mean, you look at all the old timers that have been doing this forever. Jadice has been around forever. It's in her blood. She's perfect for this. What's his name in Arizona that was with USAC and Iasca? I can't believe I forgot his name. Mike Jaffe. Jaffe's been around forever. And Don, Don's
Facts,
passed. Don was cut out for this. Same with all the other heads of the organizations, and it's just something it's in our blood. So to find somebody like that to expand, they're few and far in between.
That's another question. Oh, you had some, Fade?
Nope.
Another question is, or a comment. What about? Have you any thought to Midwest Espianos? Midwest S. I combined Midwest SPL with finals.
Yeah, we got
Midwest SPL.
we got Spanish real quick. Espiano.
Midwest Espianos.
Espianos. Oh my god. Meme worthy.
Combined at Unified. Has there any thought with that, or
please?
Or even you and Usaki. Somebody just get with somebody and just shit on them.
That we could have a large turnout in the location that we're at and have everybody used to the facility that we're in.
Yeah.
Or we could only drag a handful of people that far across the states.
I get it.
To because the location we're in now, we don't have a fire marshal.
Where is finals, by the way?
It's in the state fairgrounds in Missouri, in Sedalia, Missouri.
How far is that from Lawton, Oklahoma? Somebody Google that real quick.
It's about 7 hours, probably.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I made it awkward.
You did.
We don't have a fire marshal. If they go anywhere else, you have to deal with the fire marshal. Then they're going to have to deal with entry fees. Then they're going to have to deal with paying for electricity. Then they're going to have to deal with all this other stuff that they're not used to. Or we could just stay where we're at and have something good.
Hank is very upset with you about.
I know what it is, and we talked about it earlier. We talked about it earlier.
Oh, before the.
Yeah, about the some
DIY lithium.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people thought, or maybe not a lot of people, just Hank thought you and Midwest SPL and your judges banned DIY lithium at some point during the season,
and all Brazilian.
And it cut. Well, that was years ago, but it cut out a lot of his customers at the times.
Show me in print anywhere, either in a rule book or a post made on Facebook or a comment that I made where they were actually banned. I don't care for the stuff.
I think it was one of your judges that made a comment or something. I don't know. I'm gonna reach out my butt.
I take that back. I may have made some comments on Facebook.
Okay.
But it was never officially banned. I just didn't like the product. I still don't like the product.
I do recall. Yeah, I recall you not being a fan of it, but I don't remember being like, no, you can never come in.
Right. It was because it's how do we get the product? Is the product coming out of a wrecked vehicle? Is the product being bought?
Yes.
Are they seconds and thirds from China that never undergone any kind of a testing at all?
Yes.
So you're buying hand-me-down lithium cells.
Yep.
Facts.
And you're wiring them up in Mama's 4-door sedan.
Yes. All those things. All the above. All of that is happening.
You're putting loads on them that probably would have never been in a normal Ford vehicle or whatever, or whatever vehicle it was in.
Right. They're probably not made to be under the vibrations and stuff that these cars go through. It's just a very dangerous product. Do they work?
I don't know if the loads that they're like.
Oh, you know what I mean.
The duty cycles that we're giving them are the problem, or is it the casing and the implementation and the exposure and the whole thing? Like a lot of these guys aren't using them at 50C. I mean, a lot of these things are good for 10C or 5C or whatever, however they're using them. I think the major problem with all these DIY cells is implementation. They're not. Some of them need to be compressed. Some of them need to be protected. A lot of them, they're just. It's like the Wild West. No one's doing it right. Like we can barely trust people with AGMs. Now we're just like, what I mean? Like
it comes down to lack of knowledge. I mean, you're trusting. Is it a great product used correctly in the right environment? I'm sure it is. But it hasn't been working well so far. It has. To my knowledge, there's only been 3 or 4 fires because of just plain old lithium, not necessarily the DIY stuff. It's kind of like an old saying that this wonderful older woman told me that happened to own a concrete company.
Hey.
Her name was Alma Gates. She said there's two types of concrete that's cracked and concrete that's fixing to crack. So on your DIY stuff and your lithium stuff, I mean, you have some great sales, but there may be one out there that's bad. And if you don't know what you're doing with it, it becomes even worse. And, you know, our job as an organization is to look after our competitors. We don't want to see them destroy their car, their mama's car,
or the one next to them.
Or the one next to them, yeah.
Yeah, especially inside at shows, you know?
No
I mean, that's...
shit.
Well, you don't have a fire marshal, so you're good.
Hang on. Dan Current just said, y'all don't have any SQ? Oh, I'm out of here.
Dan Q is a unique bird.
Thank you.
He's good as gold.
But we did have fun with Dan at finals this year. I was glad to be a part of that. Our sponsor, one of our sponsors, Digital Designs, had the Kong out there, and they told me that they wanted to put on a little contest with Dan Curran out in the parking lot. I'm like, well, now hold up. If you're going to do any kind of anything fun, I want to be involved, and we need to do this inside. So we brought DD Kong up to the middle of the lanes during our break, and we had them do their demo, and we got them all hyped up. And here I come, leading Dan Current in on the other side. Dan was playing that song that DJ Ruster was made of him and DeClue getting in the fight.
No, is that
There's
a thing?
Song?
Yeah, I heard it. Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh my god!
Dan messaged me the song.
Oh yeah,
Please.
you got to hear the song. So it's full
I'll play it
blown.
right now.
We have to hear it.
He's right behind me. I'm marching them in, you know, with the whole
Marching them in.
Yeah, and we put the vehicles head to head, and they just, I mean, it was just stupid loud, stupid fun. We let them play for about 10, 15 minutes, and then.
Do y'all have a demo class like that? Like, is it judged by the crowd, or is it a meter inside the truck, or was this just for fun?
This was just an opportunity to do something stupid.
Okay.
And I welcomed it, and we brought him in, and Dan.
Who won?
It wasn't really I mean, it was just two guys blaring their stereo.
Who won?
Dan was louder, but I preferred the song selection from DD, and it was they were actually playing music versus some rebased whatever.
Lou is bigger than Dan. I will give you that. So good choice.
Yeah. So both vehicles I enjoyed very well, but I got to set in and I got a demo from Dan's vehicle and it was pretty good.
He said your shit is weak. Shit's weak. Oh my god! Cannot wait to hear this song. I'm I'm super excited.
Somebody uploaded on YouTube. I don't.
Whoop that! Oh, is it whoop that?
Well,
with DeClue scream? Oh my god!
If you watch the video between DeClue and Dan, it's actually the audio recording from that video is embedded in the.
Dude, that's like the best song. The Hustle
Dan,
and
send
Flow.
me the link.
Chris Russ is in the chat, dude.
Yeah, but just send me the link to that video. I can watch it from there. I'll play it on the air and do like that.
Dan won. What the hell? Everyone's saying Dan won.
Sure.
Oh, it's the dissension in the ranks.
Wait, was DD a sponsor?
Yeah.
There it is. You got to take the L, Dan. We know it pays the bills.
Not today, DD.
Not today.
Dan.
Yeah, they did get you that song. Play it live. It's
Rusticals say it's on his website for free. Oh my god.
Yeah. All right, so let's backtrack some.
Yeah, let's back.
So Midwest SPL, when did that? That's 2008, you said?
2008 is when we started, yes.
So what previously were you into audio for before 2008?
2001, I started DB Drag. About 2006, Wayne and Ralph got together and created Show Professional.
Ralph.
The Ralph of Usaki?
Remember that?
Correct.
Ralph used to be a thing.
So it was a combination between Drag and USAC. So I actually got my feet wet with USAC. And so I did both events for about 2 years. And then we just decided to branch out our own in 2008. But before that, this is old school guys, and we right out of high school, I would travel 80 miles north to go to a car audio shop in Springfield, Missouri. The shop was called RMS in Springfield, and working there at the time was a guy named Aaron Roberts, also known as Chili. And then I got to be friends with him, and he was my sales guy up there, and I'd take guys from town up there, and we'd buy stereo stuff. And then he opened up his own shop in Ozark, Missouri called Pure Sound, him and his good friend Brian and his dad. And got to hear about all the shows that they would go to, the USAC finals, the IASCA finals. They had SoundQ vehicles. Of course, back then, there was no SPL competition. It was a mix of everything. You would do SoundQ, and then you would get your SPL score. But they slowly progressed, and drag came around in '98 with their SPL builds. It was 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 plus, I believe is what it was. And then they had the amateur and pro versions of that. So drag only had 6 classes. And I'd go up to Ozark almost every weekend, check out their builds. So that's how I got familiar with the contest. The 93, 94 IASCA and USAC finals was the first final I ever went.
This was early 90s?
Early 90s, yeah.
So you were just into audio just as a hobby in the beginning, or
just into it as a hobby? I would travel to the big shows that my buddies would go to, and I'd hang out. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever, and it was really cool that people were doing stuff that I could never even imagine. And you'd go and get your latest copy of Car Audio and Security, and you'd open it up, and you'd see pictures from the events, and you'd see all the your celebrities back then. You'd see that vehicle. I saw that in the magazine. Or I remember that guy, or I saw him in a show in Toronto, or this and that. And it was a really cool thing. Or maybe if you were at the show, you'd thumb through it and try to find a picture of you in the background. And those were the good old days. And then in 2000, I ended up selling a show vehicle, had some cash. Danny Britton convinced me that I could do events on my own. Contacted Wayne, April 28th, 2001, we did our very first event. And we did 16, 17 shows our first year. Then it went to 30, and then 40, 50, 60. And the most I ever did one year was 58 events, which is a lot.
And what area? You're in Arkansas? This was in Arkansas still?
Oh, no. We cover about 9 states.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yep. Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota. We're in North Dakota, South Dakota now.
Jeez.
Nebraska.
Wait, I mean back in the day when you did 58 shows, that was still DB Drag you're talking about?
DB Drag, yeah. I made one trip to Toronto, one trip to Calgary, Springbank Nationals. I was down in not South Padre, but what's that other Southern Texas show?
El Paso. Heat Wave.
Wasn't Heat Wave. Past Austin, San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
Did one in San Antonio, and of course I was back to the Nopi series. Traveled to Bristol, Tennessee. I mean, we were just all over doing events.
Jeez. And that was 2001 ish.
Yeah, through 2004. Probably the biggest year was 2004, 2005.
All right. Make the connection. 04 to 08. What we doing? We thinking about rule books?
No, I really didn't think about doing this till about latter part of 07. I mean, I had a pretty good idea and talked with a few people, and at that point, I just wasn't. Don't want to say I wasn't happy, but I thought I could do more with the area that I was in, and the only way to do that was just to go out on my own. So nothing against with Wayne, and love the organization, and I cut my teeth on DB Drag. The competitors there from the time that I was there, I don't know the guys competing now, but those that I was familiar with was just a great bunch of people, and now we have a different bunch of great people.
Did Wayne have any feelings about that, or just he helped you out with it, or just nah?
I'm sure there was some resentment at first, and that's to be understood. But the day that we got our first button on Term Lab was a very happy day.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yep, I remember that day. I called the wife in the office. I said, "Look,
we made it."
We made it. Yeah, we are official according to Wayne. And Wayne's been great help over the years with us.
How many orgs are on Turn Pro?
Like 6, huh?
You get the European ones too. So there's not just the few that's in the state, but you got all the ones in Europe, and I think there's a couple of South Africa or whatever. They're just
NSPL on?
Yes, it is. I don't know why.
God.
It's disgusting.
Never mind.
I'm gonna have to hack that site and delete it.
Actually, Fred's a great guy that runs NSPL.
I just
stop it. Just quit. We need to talk shit about somebody, man. We can't have it just being all.
I got a whole list of names
all the time.
You want to start at the top of my list?
I've heard the list.
Please.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll just keep. No, I don't have a problem with anybody.
Hey, just give us one. Give us legitimately one off the list. Go one.
He won't do it. He won't do it.
Just your worst enemy. If like think of the person that if we asked this question, we'd be like, man, you know what? That's Steve Benton. That guy. Get on him right now. Say you don't like Hank Veach.
Yeah.
Pissing his cereal.
Nobody
likes him.
I would love to meet Hank
and punch him in his mouth.
Shake his hand and say thank you for what he's done in the industry.
Oh, you're annoying me.
What the hell has he done? Right, what has Hank Veach done in this industry? Besides go to a pull apart and start a revolution.
All I do is put mics in cars.
He went to a pull apart with a 10mm ratchet and just started a scam.
Oh my God. Dude, when we look back on this time
in
car audio history,
it's the worst. This is the dark days.
Like, Hank Veach started it all.
There's gonna be a shrine dedicated to Hank Veach in 10 years.
You know what they said about
we need face stickers.
They said about us 12 years ago is clamping would never work.
Oh, that's right. We haven't talked about clamping yet.
Yeah. So I mean, look at what Hank's doing now.
What's he doing?
What is he doing?
Honestly, he's shitting on you because you don't have high voltage classes in Midwest SPL.
You know what? You know what you need to do? Let me just throw this out here before you get started. You need to change the industry again since you started the entire clamping industry in the organizations. You need to change the industry again and start a DC clamp. Bang, boom, done. All the DC power going in your shit.
So Taylor, you're just assuming that we didn't measure every DC voltage of every vehicle in finals this year?
I'm not talking about voltage. I'm talking about DC current. Like that is your new class. You get,
and you're assuming we didn't measure and take notes on every single car in finals this year.
I'm saying that's your class now. I'm not talking about coming out of the amp and all that bullshit and all that noise and all that garbage.
No, you said DC. I believe DC does not come out of an amplifier. Is that right?
No, it goes into it.
Right, and we measured every one this year.
How'd that go? Oh, do you have data? Can I see it? Please?
I have data.
Third era.
I have data.
I need it. I need that.
Well, we did sort through it, but we do have data that we are going to look at.
Okay. Well, that you need to start implementing instead of AC clamp classes. Start doing DC clamp classes. What's up?
Yeah, we have that info.
Oh, you see how he's being all coy? I think they're like that's like in the works. He doesn't want to give it away. You want to give any shot? Like, who are your right hand?
It's like the Indiana Jones movie at the end. He's like top officials are looking into it.
Right.
Top. I personally
it's like a bunch of monkeys drawn on fucking.
I don't have that information personally. That information was gathered. And I know who has that information, and it was interesting information.
Who are you? Who's your people? You want to give any shout outs to all the people that help you out, or is it just you?
We have a committee of several people that I listen to, and no one's getting that information because they don't need it.
I know one of them. Let's say if I wanted to complain about you, to whom?
Give me some initials, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
TS.
You say TS?
Yeah. No, well then definitely not. If that doesn't come right off the top of your head, then.
Oh God, no.
No.
If you're thinking of the TS that I'm thinking of,
I don't think so.
No, does he got a brother?
Yes.
Yeah.
A brother S? Yeah.
A brother S? Yeah. No. Yeah,
you're gonna hurt his.
That's it.
Yeah, I know. You want me to play it? You want me to
You're
play
gonna
it,
hurt his
Fade?
feelings.
Play it.
Who?
Yes, please.
All right.
Have you heard it yet?
No.
No, we're not fighting today. Oh, I ain't gonna fight. I'm gonna fuck your ass up. Leave me alone.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
No! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
It's DJ Rusticles.
Oh man.
That was just the intro. I wanted to hear the whole thing.
What do you
Imagine
mean?
that
You
at
heard the song?
150 dBs coming out of a grill.
Oh my god.
And you marching with a staff.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hilarious. Loved it.
That's menacing.
DED. Dead.
Yeah, I would if I was DD, I would just pull out the building at that point. You can't beat that.
Can't beat
you're
that.
not.
It's like Mike Tyson walking in just to that.
Actually, you can beat that, and I believe Dan did. But anyway,
Don't be like that, Declo. It's funny. It's a fun part. It's a fun part. Hashtag scum down. All right. So 2008. Was your first show clamped right off the bat?
let me tell you about our first show.
Oh, let's go.
Actually, let me tell you about leading up to this.
Yeah. Nervous. Anxiety.
We created the format. We created a rule book. The first time I ever clamped a vehicle was the week before our first show. We were using the Fluke 336s. If you take note, the 336s doesn't have a peak hold feature.
I remember that.
Oh, you just gotta watch it.
Detrimental to what we're trying to pull off. So I had to
you could
overnight and sit back and overnight 2 new meters. So our very first show was at SB Audio with Eric Haas in Union, Missouri, and I really wish I could go back and relive that show again because the turnout was. I mean, it was my own organization, my first show I'd ever done. Are we going to get support? Are we not going to get support? When I was doing the DB drag stuff, a lot of the guys just didn't really care about finals. And so we were getting a lot of people running our local classes, and just a few people were running the DB drag classes, and which is not good for drag because you want to get participation at finals, and I fully understand that. But our guys just didn't want to. People in our area. So what was weird is when we did our first show, because the classes were retailer friendly, we had. I guess you could say it was 20-80. It was 20 was drag, 80 was on a local level for fun. When we did our own thing, it went vice versa. We had 80 people running our national classes, or 80%, and then just 20% just playing in the non-points classes. But that first show, it was interesting because we had no information, no data. How is this going to run? What scores are people capable of doing? We knew none of that. And that was such a huge learning curve on that first show. It was amazing. It's really what it was.
Now, why did you know you wanted to go clamped? Why not just stick to the cone area or battery limits or amp limits?
Well, it's still a cone area.
Okay.
Cone area and power. So 2 pins, 160 square inches. Then it goes to 250 square inches, 500 square inches, and then up. It was mentioned years ago, I forget the gentleman's name, that clamp power is the only way that you can truly have a fair form of competition. And so that just stuck.
It used to be.
It still is. In my opinion, it still is.
It is.
So
you're muted, Fade.
We just ran with it. And that was 12 years ago, and we're successful. So you can't argue that. People can say this, they can say that, they can put us down. Numbers don't lie. We have a great turnout. We have great competitors. People enjoy what they're doing, and if I could just do this and just make people happy, then let's just do some more.
Yeah. Do what you makes happy, man. It's fun. I'm not at all. I hate going to work every day.
Organization that listens
Sucks.
to competitors. I mean, what are you gonna
Yeah.
do with it?
So who helped you out? Who helped you out with the rules in the beginning, or you were a judge already, so you just knew this is what I wanted
As far as developing the rule book,
and classes and such.
we kind of had back it up a little bit, and this is by no means just bragging, but we've always been innovative.
I love brags. I love when people brag. Just do it.
Well, we've always been innovative. We always try to be a step ahead. We try to always look forward to the future and see what's coming up. And so I had an idea of what would work. What do we need in this area? And so literally I looked at all the organization's rule books and we mashed them all together.
Hey.
And I kept what was good. I threw out what was horrible, because there's a lot of horrible stuff in some people's rule books. Yeah, telling someone that they can't do something. I'm not going to tell someone they can't do anything. I just want to tell them what class they're in and they need to turn it up. So we got rid of all the BS stuff. We kept everything that good that made sense. It's a huge mashup. And then I threw my own, verbiage to it and tweaked it a little bit the way I wanted to see it go. We've changed the rulebook over the year. We've added to it a little bit. Every year, we if there's an issue at finals, we take a note and we correct those issues in next year's rulebook. If we see that there's a gray area, we take care of it the next year.
Love it. What happened with the? I think you were. So there is some kind of controversy going around right now.
Hey, I'm the one that's supposed to be slurring my words.
Yeah. I had too much water. My lips are too moist. That's pause. Moist. So there's controversy going around with ghost watts. I don't know if you're familiar with that term.
There's no controversy around where I'm at, so I don't know where you guys are standing.
There's controversy, and you were on the forefront.
Exactly what the hell you're talking
like the movie DayZ.
No.
You were the first ones to kick out the zombies and lock down the country and say, look at this. Nobody from Brazil has entered. Y'all are cheating, and we're bound to find something. That's what I heard. Somebody told me.
I think I told you that.
No, I just...
No.
You
Stop.
Midwest SPL absolutely banned tar amps for a moment in time. Correct.
Dude, Midwest SPL is like on the forefront.
Yeah,
right?
they are. They're ahead.
You banned Brazilian amps or tear amps specifically.
You
started the clamping. You're now like on
you
the.
Said F DIY lithium.
AI. You said F DIY lithium. Trying to look out for people.
And personally, Hank Veach.
And personally, Hank Veach and high voltage is gay.
I have no personal issues with that.
It's not what I heard. It's not what I'm gonna tell everybody.
That's not what I heard. That's not her. And that's
not what I'm gonna chop up this video.
Telling people, we're gonna edit all of this.
He's about to just log off.
Look
These guys
are
assholes.
He's gonna cut the hard line.
Everybody knows we're joking. I hope
joking.
not. I'm not joking either.
Nothing I said was.
All right.
joking.
So the tar amps.
Honestly, as we were saying earlier, I don't even remember reason why.
Because they wouldn't clamp.
Yeah, there's some sort of issue going on, and it had to do with one specific deal. And talking to Wayne, and Wayne's like, through our private conversation, well, this amp does this amp does that. So I'm just like, screw it, they're gone. Because honestly, I don't care. It's such a small percentage of what we were doing at the time. That if I didn't allow, at that time, I think we had 3 competitors with the amps. It only affected 3 people, but it made everything else fair for everybody else.
Yeah.
So we just got rid of it.
I was on board.
And right now there's debate going on amongst organizations of just completely banning all the Brazilian amplifiers until they get their crap straightened up. Because we want what's best for the competitors.
Hashtag output filters.
If it if it only affects a small percentage of people, then it makes it more fair for the vast majority, then by all means, let's start banning stuff.
You know what?
I'll be the first person to jump on board.
It wasn't even like banning them. It was just you can't run clamped classes. You can run unlimited classes.
Absolutely. We have one of our rules is if we cannot feel like we are not accurately measuring the power of the amplifier, you just get moved up a class.
Yeah.
If it happens during eliminations, you lose. If it happens in finals, it sucks.
Yeah.
I move on to the next.
Has that
and you're out
happened this?
$150.
Has that happened this year? You stupid Fade.
Probably once or twice a year, maybe, as far as the events that I am involved in, that we may have somebody it just won't clamp. Sorry, buddy, you got to move up. And they're like, okay, and then they move up.
What do you mean it won't clamp? Like you can't get a reading, or it's wacky reading?
Maybe both. If we're having issues, then I just, I don't have the time or patience to let somebody burp 10 times and burp 2 or 3 times. If we can't figure it out, then we just move on.
Are they always Brazilian?
No.
Liar.
Do you remember the last current?
How many incriminator amps were there?
I don't remember what I had for breakfast, so you're trying to get me to remember. 0 incriminator, by the way.
Lies. Just kidding.
Nope.
Unbiased opinion with the shirt.
Kidding. I love.
I am still
incriminator amps.
running an incriminator.
And
Is it the?
Don't say 20.1 because I'm going to come drag it out your hands if you have one.
I swear.
Are you looking to buy one?
Yes.
An old one.
I need like
It
5.
came out of Willie Collier's No Wall van back in, was it 05, 07?
Send pictures. Send price. Shipped. Thank
I
you.
think Nick thinks I hate him, but I love like everything he makes.
Yeah.
You find me a replacement and it's yours.
I got.
Wait. Let's get one thing straight.
Wait.
Does it have to work?
Not really. It's kind of it's not top on the list, but
no, it's really not. It's like
Okay, it's yours.
it's like working, cosmetic,
yeah.
available. Like
It's available. Let's just say that it's still installed, hasn't played. Fuse.
I want like Gen 1, like the super.
Yeah, right.
This is probably a 2005 model.
That's
I
what I
love
want.
those.
I'm gonna run them at 175 daily.
Yeah. 9 volt.
Mm-hmm.
Send it.
Are they one of your title sponsors? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Or is it Laundry Day?
I have the largest collection of car audio T-shirts that known to man.
I
Love
don't
it.
think so.
Fade's got a lot.
I do.
Okay. There's a guy whose name is not to be mentioned. Has saw my collection.
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in a chat once. That piece of shit.
Yeah, he sucks.
He ain't even watching this.
We're definitely not mentioning him.
We throw out his org a bone, get him a little publicity, and then he don't give us no. I'm joking. Somebody tag Andrew McCullough immediately.
Oh, no, he said it.
I don't care. I'm mad.
Oh, he said it.
I'll give him the link to call in and answer himself. Somebody get him a stepping stool and a laptop camera. Immediately.
You're like literally 4 inches taller than me. Okay, maybe 6.
Yeah, I'm up there.
Oh,
He's a hobbit.
dude, is Sanford, you're at MS Midwest SPL too, ain't you? The Sandman?
Oh,
Yeah.
It helps if I scroll down on some of this stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't scroll.
If you scroll, no. If you scroll and then you click post a, you can't post a comment. Never mind. You have to scroll all the way down and like click in the box some kind of way, and it'll do it.
If you literally never click anywhere, it will like just stop scrolling. I hate it. So that's why, like, when you see me over here with this thing, is what I'm doing. I'm trying to catch up. Somebody's messaged him the link, and he can call in for the last 32 minutes.
Yeah. Nah, I ain't letting him call in. Fuck that guy.
Do it.
That's happening.
Do I need to call him?
And then he can explain to me why he sent me on a wild goose chase for a couple of the other guests on the show.
Who? Oh, SQ guys?
No. Yes. Wait.
Yeah.
Are we talking about SQ or SQ?
SQ, the acronym.
That's why I will never, ever forgive them for changing the name. I swear to God, if I ever see anybody involved with that, I will punch them in the face. Well, maybe kick him in the nuts. Or, buy him a beer. I'm not sure. But I haven't decided yet.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
I will also always call them AQ.
Yeah, audio. I have a polo I had made with audio cue on it.
Nuh-uh.
Yep. It's a 3X. That was big.
So who are title sponsors? That's what I was getting at.
This year we had GP Car Audio, distribution company out of Springfield, Missouri, the big into North Star batteries.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait. GP car audio.
Oh my god.
Oh
That's
my
still a
god, lost all credibility.
A little bit.
There's not even a
Well, I
little
was
bit.
hoping Everyday Audios would be title sponsor this coming year.
Well,
We always can.
we always can. Honestly, that's
I'm gonna need
like,
Andrew
that
McCullough
is
to.
frightening.
If you're serious,
Every
you're serious,
single
we'll
one
talk
of
about
those guys still have me blocked. That tells you about their credibility.
last year we had PSI. The year before that was
Oh, David Moore. Shout out.
I'm trying to
How
think
was Steens?
who
How
that
was?
I believe it was Access Power was our title sponsor the year
All
before
right,
that.
I could see that.
Got
I can see that. How does
but-
David Moore have extra money?
Say
We
again.
need to have him on.
Nothing. I'm joking.
David would be a good one.
I just shit on everybody. That's
Yeah,
just my.
That's his thing. That's his
That's
thing.
what I do. It's my character I play.
I argue with everyone, and he shits on everyone.
I say, how did David Moore have extra money?
That's what we do. That's kind of our dynamic.
Well, it was affordable. So
All right, yeah. Message either me or Fade how much it is, and then just like give us like a payment plan.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Between
each
now
month.
and then, we're like,
Yeah, from now to like
just
next
split it up.
October.
absolutely.
Figure it out with interest.
Yeah.
We got that.
Also, I think maybe Drew Jones might want to.
No, we're not.
If
putting that on
GP
there.
got that money, then Drew Jones got that money.
So
Got that-
Incriminator has been with us for years. They were sponsoring events that we held when I was with DB Drag, and Nick's has always been there for us. He trusts in what we do. We try to highlight him the best we can. He's been our trophy sponsor since day one. We offer a points race or a points championship. So we call that the Incriminator Points Cup. So people chase that every year. The cup's beautiful. It's about a 22, 24-inch cup mounted on top of a 20-inch four-post riser. And it's a pretty special award that someone gets at the end of the year.
So Sandman, who has been to like every single finals, he said he's been to all of them, and Midwest SPL is the best. And listen, I trust Sandman. Like a lot of people don't like him, but I trust his opinion on something like this. And he said,
Sanford is
the best.
Sanford is a very, very tough competitor. He's very serious. He's very passionate about what he does, and we do appreciate that very much in him.
Big money in the house. Paul, I'm not going to pronounce that.
G2. That's G2.
Take the hat off, Fade.
Not happening.
He ain't doing that.
Not what I do.
I don't think I've ever seen it without a hat.
It's not a thing.
It ain't.
It's not a thing.
He ain't got the. Some people just ain't got the head for it.
They don't. I have a very large cranium.
I don't know, man. That's a lot of. I might have to refund that because you didn't do it. That's a big money.
That was it. It was a gamble. It was a gamble.
All right.
I appreciate it.
All right. Absolutely. Message us with the.
That was what was that? $15? The guy just donated.
Yeah.
Huh.
We got to split that with you. Give us your PayPal.
$15. That reminds me of this last weekend when I had a bet with this unmentionable guy's name that I took his money.
Oh. Uh-oh. What happened?
Lenny Yakabana was in the final round of Mayhem.
Is that how you say that?
Yakabana.
I would have never
Yakavana?
pronounced that.
Never.
You
Ever.
can't
I just
pronounce
call it Red Rocket.
SPL, so I mean,
I just call it Red Rocket.
Red Rocket. So Saturday night, we're in a hotel lobby hanging out with Unmentionable and his wife and another buddy of mine and another buddy. And we're just visiting like, we all do when we hang out. And so it was mentioned about him and Lenny going head-to-head in the final round of Mayhem. And he's saying that, Lenny's loud this year and he's going to do at least a 62. I said, no, he's not. Well, what do you mean he's not? I said, Lenny's not going to do a 62 plus. He'll do a 60.8. Oh no, he ain't gonna do 60.8. Tony Bardella was there too, and
Exploder Bros.
Hey, holla.
so
I want to.
I said, well, let's place a bet, and so the bet was $5 if he was in the 60s. Tony bet $5 if he was in the 61s. Tony's bet was a 161.8, and then Andrew McCullough. Oh, sorry. There I go. See you later.
Cut the hard line. Cut it.
I'll lug back.
Cut it.
Oh.
I was gonna mute it. and pretend like we actually did.
That's hilarious.
I should have just left it there for a little
For
while,
real.
just see
Yeah,
what
for a
happens.
longer.
That way,
Yeah.
yeah, put him on the screen
Let
and
it
be
get
like,
super awkward.
Yeah,
It
he'd
would
come
have
back
been
and there'd have
so
been nobody
awkward.
sitting in his chair. The chair would have just been here by itself. He left. So his bet was a 162.3, and so we're like, well, I tell you guys right now, it's going to be a 60.8, and I'll bet $10 on that. So it was the hard number was a $10 bet, and so during Lenny's last run, if you guys watch the video, he got down to 60.6, and then the last 10 seconds or 5 seconds, it jumped up, and then 2 seconds left, it went to 60.8. That was the winning score. So
60.8. He called it on the number.
I called it on the number.
Oh, you called it on the number.
I did, yeah.
Oh, I thought
Andrew was way off. Evidently, he doesn't.
Oh, so you won money from him? Because see,
I did.
I heard it the other way.
Oh
I'm
no! I got
I'm
15
not
from
reading
him,
that.
15 from Tony
Are
Bardella,
you
and
not?
$15 from Dave Anderson.
You got to.
Shout out
Production.
Baseholic Productions, man.
Shout out Drew Jones.
You are the main sponsor of EveryDay. Although we did have,
Not so much the main sponsor.
didn't we have a $50 one from some rant, from
yeah, from Amper Audio. Mr.
Yeah,
Drew
true.
Jones.
But I feel like
Also, another Drew. This is strange. Drews are the main sponsors of EveryDay Audios. Also,
actual.
Baseaholic.com just went live.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know what the hell it does, but apparently Drew.
Why can't you have you can't get your designs on there? Is the only thing I don't like.
Oh, is
It's
that not a thing?
It's only like a merch site.
What?
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed.
What
I was gonna buy a design,
crap?
and he went up in his price.
How do you not? How do you not make that happen, Drew? You dropped the ball there.
Yeah, he did.
Uh-oh.
Fire Brandy.
You missed one.
Where? Yeah. So Andrew McCullough. Oh crap. $15.
Holla! You mentioned his name again?
Yeah, no, I'm out of control.
Lithium Battress.
He. Oh my God! Why is that so loud? I messaged him. He won't message back. He's probably riding a mini horse somewhere in his field.
He's at a school fall festival with the kids.
But it looks like it's an adult horse when he rides it.
It's like that. Oh, I'm short too, so I'm not gonna talk shit about.
So you guys are talking about sponsors and this and this.
Yeah.
And this.
Factual.
A lot of the people at the beginning were trying to get me to mention something else that we do as an organization. Back probably in 2010, 2011, somewhere in there, we had one of our competitors, Charlie Gross, got involved in an automobile accident and about died. So we thought we would create a benefit class just for him. So it was a $10 entry fee, put the microphone anywhere you want, Court Wars. And, yep, that's what I got. So
Cancel it, Andrew. Cancel it.
What did he say?
He's at
he's
some
at a
fall festival.
Terrible.
So we ended up raising for him about $4,000, $4,000 to $5,000 that year. And I thought, well, that's pretty cool that we could actually help somebody out that was in need. So the next year, we did a program that was called what's the not Save a Vet? Was it Save a Vet? Wounded Warriors. We sponsored that the next year and raised several $1,000s for that. The following year, we did a program called Save a Vet. The money for that went towards the rehabilitation of service animals, your police dogs and your military dogs and animals. What this organization did is they put up homeless vets in housing, and their job was to take care of these animals that could not be turned back into the population because they were deemed unfit. So they tried to, so the animals being destroyed, it was kind of a rehabilitation process for the animals. Great program. So we donated money to that, and then we had another individual get hurt, car accident, so we raised money for them. So what we've done from that for the past 4 or 5 years is we've become an organization that reaches out and helps people in need. Our slogan is to make a difference in people's lives. What's exciting about what we do as an organization is we don't sit there and wait for people to come to us with their hands out. If that happens, I'm not interested. Don't care. We hear about somebody who's got a kid that has an inoperable brain tumor that is going through a rough time that may or may not even know about us. So we reach out to them and say, hey, we would like to help you out. Can we raise some money at the end of the year for you? And they say yes. And then at the end of the year, we give them, $4,000 or $5,000. A lady I worked with at one time while I was working with her child, 8 years old at the time, had acquired leukemia. I said, I'm on it. I said, do I have your permission to raise money? And she said, sure. Single mom, works at Walmart, kids got leukemia. What do you do? So we put forth the work and we raised some money. So during the year, I said, anything you need, just let me know, because now Stack of Money's growing over here. And so the child had to go out to visit his dad for the summer in Carolina somewhere. And so we paid for their weekend trip to Branson, Missouri. They went to the water park and shopping spree, so that's $300. Then while he was gone, the air conditioner went out in her vehicle. So we, out of this money that was designated towards her, we paid to have that fixed. And then school time was coming around. I said, do you need any help with school clothes? No, I got it. I got a stack of money. I'm like, seriously, do you need any help? And so I think the weekend of, it was a tax-free weekend. She's like, well, I probably could use an extra $75. Are you sure that's all you want? So we helped her out. So that was like about $800 or $900 for the year that we've given her. And we're still raising money, and it's finals time. We do a big push at finals. We raise a bunch of money, and we meet up with her a couple weeks afterwards to give her the rest of her money. Well, she said she was thinking, because we've already given her so much, it was going to be just $200 or $300. She was really surprised when I handed her $7,200 on top of the $800 she already received. So that was $8,000. The first thing this lady said to me was, I get to pay off my furniture, because she had rent to own furniture. That was a big deal to her to pay that off. Then 3 days later, she called me up and said she was able for the first time in her life to fill her freezer. So that's huge. The year after that, a local family that I knew had a child with spina bifida, and another family had a child with muscular dystrophy, a very rare form of muscular dystrophy. So what was cool about this situation, they had no clue about Midwest. They had no clue what I did for a living. They had no clue I was raising money. Zero. Until the day we invited them to Dairy Queen, and the conversation went like this. So I suppose you're wondering why I invited you out for ice cream. And they're like, well, yeah, I saw you in about a year and a half. How's things going? Well, things are going great. And I told them about what we do as an organization. We help people in need. And we just thought you could use $1,500. And the guy who was a local sheriff in town just started crying. He's like, well, normally we take, Memorial Day or Labor Day, whatever it was, and we go up to Lebanon, Missouri to visit family, and we sit there. He's like, now I can actually take the kids to go to the zoo. We can actually go do something as a family. The other family we helped out, same deal. We invited them to Dairy Queen to get some ice cream, and told them the story and said, here's $2,500. So what was interesting about that was back at the beginning of the year, like literally coming home for finals, I discussed with my wife. I said, what do you think about raising money for this family? She said, sure. They're very deserving of it. And that was in October. So the story came from the father that it was back in October that he prayed that God would help him when the time was right. And he said God spoke to him in whatever magical way you would picture that, and saying that we will, God will take care of your needs. And the month or within the week of time that we gave them that $2,500, they ran out of supplemental vitamins that they're using to help control their child's MS. So literally, and the cost of the meds, want to guess how much that was? $2,500.
Yes.
So this last round, this year is we were in church one day, and we noticed the family was gone the week before, and they come back, and the child went off to children's church. We were in a small little country church. There's about 35 people. There's 14 pews, small country church. And they'd ask questions about, well, how's Dee Dee doing? And I thought the kid was fine. She runs and plays with my daughters, normal looking kid. And they was talking about how she's got this rare brain disease. I had the information here somewhere, where parts of her body just quits. She'll be eating and she'll just freeze up, or her legs will give out. And there are doctors in South Carolina. And I told my wife, I said, that's the next person we need to help out. So we met with the pastor after church and discussed, is this the right fit? Do they actually need help? And he said, yeah, they do. According to the mother, their income, the numbers just don't add up. They make ends meet somehow, but they shouldn't based upon their income. Well, she's got 3 kids. One's almost out of the house. Single. A stay-at-home mom. Dad works at a turkey farm. So I asked the pastor. I said, "I have means. I know people. I have a very giving group of guys. If I was to raise money for this family, would the church match funds?" And he's like, "Well, it just depends. How much are we talking?" And my wife said, "Well, it could be $3,000, $4,000, $5,000." And so they had a business meeting a couple weeks later, and sorry for the long rant, but this has to be said.
Yeah, that's
of course.
If I don't start crying, because I do that a lot, ask any of these guys.
Are you a crier?
Oh, I'm a baller. So they had a business meeting, and the pastor said, "Steve, I'm about to cry." Yeah. So the pastor said during the meeting, "Hey, we got a family that wants to reach out to this family. We've been asked if the church will want to match funds, and they could possibly raise anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000. He said it really quick, really fast. Well, the church decided to match whatever dollar amount we raise. I phoned my wife and said, they just got screwed. So proud to say, I have the dollar amount here somewhere. At finals, we announced that we raised $10,000 this year.
Wow. Holy shit.
Got home and counted the money to the penny. It was $10,357.
Jeez.
And we're going to present that with a family this Sunday. I'm not even sure they know who in the church is actually helping them out. So we've invited past recipients, the family with leukemia and MS and spina bifida. They're going to be in attendance with the Sunday. Another very influential person mentioned his name earlier, Randy Wheat. He's responsible for at least $4,000 of this money raised because he helped us with a drawing. He's coming down, him and his family. He's going to be at church with us. And so at the end of church next Sunday, we're going to just.
You raised $10,000 from donations?
I didn't raise anything. The very generous group of competitors that we have in Midwest.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like everyone.
It's not 10,000. It's
most of the people watching right now probably have no idea what the crap Midwest SPL is.
Since our inception, we have raised and given away $95,000.
Holy, there's that word again.
Inception?
Ball sack?
Somebody mentioned it earlier.
Given away?
No, Inception.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can end this episode without Steve crying. I don't know. You're gonna have to tell us a more heartbreaking story.
You almost just got it a second ago.
Somebody in the comments bring up a story.
That's why I interrupted.
Bring up a story will make Steve cry. Somebody in the comments.
That one was pretty.
Steve Herman posted that the next year we need to raise money for our church because it's going to go into bankruptcy after mentioning this fund. I tell people the reason why.
Wait, should I laugh at that?
It's kind of funny.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
It's because you raised so much. That's why it's funny, right?
I'm a little scared to. Thursday night we meet with the pastor just to tell him what we've done. So people say the reason I cry a lot is at finals you got a whole month of busting your butt to get ready for finals. There's so much emotion going into it. The whole weekend you're just dog tired. So literally I just try to pin drop. But I just have so much passion going into this and for this that it doesn't take much. I wear my feelings on my shirt sleeve.
I'm a crier. So I feel you right here. You and me. Every time I see Skippy at my house, I start crying.
Yeah, that's a good day. It's going to be a good day when I show up.
It is going to be a good day. What did he say? Who is it? And what did he
say? What did Andrew say?
He said he messaged you.
He sent you a nude?
No. Just someone messaged me telling me not to cry.
No, what the fuck, man? We haven't had anybody cry on the show yet. You could be
Yeah,
the first.
that'd be a.
Although that was
I
the
don't like
most
Larson's
heartwarming
comment.
shit we've had on the
You
show
don't like
so
whose?
far.
Mike Larson said, "Make him cry." Mention kidney stones.
How? Listen, let's pretend anyone in our audience at the moment gives a shit about any of your causes, which they should. Where could they like send you a buck or two?
Yeah, we've talked about and did a little research as far as literally creating our own 501c3.
Yes, get your shit in a pile.
Just to legitimize what we're doing. Because when I tell people, hey, if I want to make a donation or you want to make a donation, just PayPal me. So
Yeah.
I mean, but which is horrible because the PayPal address is Steve's Fat Pocket at AOL or whatever. I mean, it might as well be because you don't know if this money's actually being given away.
I thought it really was.
Oh my God! Can you please make that a thing, Steve's Fat Pocket?
Yes.
At AOL.com.
I'll donate to that.
I swear to God, I'll send $1 right now.
There's been 4 comments they talk about your kidney stones.
There's a lot of kidney stone comments.
Last year at finals, I was hospitalized during finals, so I really don't remember last year's finals.
Right?
Yeah, you gotta drink more water. Yeah, you gotta drink more water.
I need to not have kidney stones is what I need to do.
Also that.
Horrible.
Lay off the soda.
So no one can donate unless they come to the
show. We usually put a bucket out. We have many manufacturers and individuals that donate product at our finals. We do a silent auction. Our silent auction this year raised $3,200. Randy Wheat.
What is your PayPal right now? I'm put it on the screen in case somebody wants to.
It's DB
Steve's Fat Pocket at AOL.com.
It's dbsteve at cox.net. cox.net.
That's not a thing anymore. Cox.net.
It's absolutely. I have that email. What is it? I'm sorry. DB Steve.
DBC. D as in dog. B as in boy. Steve. STEV at cox.net.
Delta Bravo.
Delta Bravo.
And if this random money shows up in my PayPal account, then I know it's for that.
Yes, sir.
Stay away from the Diet Pepsi.
But honestly, we probably don't need any more funds until we talk to the church.
Stop it. Oh my God. What did you just put? Don'tate.
My bad.
Don'tate.
I'm leaving it.
Don't eat.
Don't eat the cheese.
Don't eat the cheese. Oh my God.
But
you're fired.
If you guys
are fucking fired.
If you guys,
that is Android users without autocorrect. That's what's happening right now.
If you guys are interested, we can definitely come on before finals next year once we find a beneficiary, and we can do this again for sure.
No, we're definitely doing this again, 100%.
I mean,
that way we can get a little bit more donation.
Well, you guys are going to be, title sponsors next year at finals. So.
Absolutely, we're going to be there. We're going to be there.
I swear to God. Listen, I think we're going to start like a fund. And we're going to just like get a general fund, and everything that we deem worthy throughout the year, we're just going to like disseminate, So like a little bit to your fund, a little bit to whatever. That's what we're going to do. Anyway, DB Steve, not at cox.net.
It is.
Donations. Is that correct?
No.
Is that right?
No.
No, I mean the
It's close. If you look at it like
the donations part, I'm talking about the email address.
Why wouldn't it be? Cox.net. It's still
asking.
It's the biggest internet service out there. It's not. It's not Hotmail. It's not Hotmail.
It looks fake.
Fade still has Hotmail and AOL.
No, I have.
You know AOL is still a thing. People still give out.
I know.
Why?
It really is.
How is it? The other day. It was AOL, whatever. I'm like,
yeah, right. How is it still going?
Honestly, I want an AOL address.
I mean, are they still on dial-up or?
You remember Net Zero? Does anybody remember Net Zero when it was free?
I remember getting a ton of CDs.
Yeah.
DB Steve at Cox.
God, you have to change it to Fat Pockets or money.
Please.
DB Steve money bags.
No, Fat Pockets.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm hilarious.
You just said.
Why I'm hilarious giving out the PayPal address for this because people just don't know, and we're going to try to do a live video Sunday, and then get the people's permission to have it posted online. So they can actually see the people receiving it and getting their reaction.
Hey, how
That's
would
awesome.
let's move on just like a little bit. We got very little time left. Let's pretend someone wants Midwest SPL in their area. How do they do that? Can
Well,
they?
they have to have an individual in their area to put on events. You just can't do your own. You have to hire a show promoter such as myself or Bill Gass or Mike Larson or Pippin Laswell.
You got to fly them out, or can they get somebody certified?
I would like to set up more people in more areas, but I mean, there's just a lot to it. It's that, anybody can put up a tent table and meter because that's been done before and not successful. But I'm really picky. I want somebody that I do not want a promoter for us that wants to do it just to get back at another organization. That's not the reason why you do this, and you're not going to benefit anybody by doing that. We want somebody that just wants to help out the area that they're in, willing to make a little bit of an investment in equipment. As I said, I want more than a tent table and a meter because that's just it's like a Dollar General setup. But I don't want that.
So I hate the guy that does Mecca in our area, so it can't be me. Sorry.
Oh,
it would be absolutely vindictive.
Stop it!
I would do him the same day as his.
You know you love the stew.
But
let's pretend. Okay, let's pretend like someone is perfect.
Well, how do you? What's the process? Is there a test?
We actually have that on our website. Details for what's required as a show promoter. List all the equipment, and that way people can look at it and be like, "Oh, crap, that's expensive." Literally to do it right, it's about a $5,000 investment.
Are you serious?
$5,000?
You're never gonna grow. No one's gonna do that.
Well, it's not to me. I mean, once again, you're buying more than just a tent table.
What do you have to buy?
Term lab.
I have a term lab.
Tables.
I have a term lab.
Banners.
Lowe's has tables. Banners.
Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that goes along with it that you just don't think of. And as I said, anybody can do fly by night stuff, and that's not what we're interested in.
That's a pretty high barrier to entry. We're gonna have to work on that. You and me and Skip, we're gonna brainstorm. We're gonna spitball. We're gonna spitball.
Some of the other day said, "Well, you need to come down to Florida." Okay, so you're gonna pay me, fuel, hotel, time off from work, to drive to Florida to do an event that we're not in, to take a chance on getting 10 cars. Oh no! There'll be hundreds of competitors there, and because there's 400 that said that they would go on Facebook. And you get down there and you just spent $1,200 to have my rear end there, and nobody shows up.
Yeah, well, hey,
and $1,200 is a stupid amount of money. I mean, our events average about $350. We just want to pay for our expenses there, and we take a chance on entry fee.
I want to do this to get rich, is what basically it boils down to.
Honestly, that's
I want to have DB Steve Moneybags money. With just spare vinyl hanging up, humble bragging in the back.
Yeah, there's a roll back there.
Your snap-on roll around tool bench.
That roll right there, yeah, that's kind of an off yellow color that somebody said that they would use.
Hundreds of stickers.
Yeah, hundreds of stickers.
Thousands.
Then they went out and bought their own plotter.
That's me.
Whoa.
Done it before.
And so there's a black.
Was it actually Skip? For real?
Might have been.
Was it actually Skip?
No, it was for a black Silverado.
A black Silverado.
Wait, was it?
Yeah.
This is. Oh my God.
Yeah. So
calling him out as soon as he gets back from his fall festival with his kids.
So if you want some off-colored yellow vinyl.
There's a Russian in the chat. I wonder if he would want to bring Midwest SPL to Russia. How awesome would that be?
Yeah, that'd be one amplifier that would work over there.
Bro, all they use is fucking half bridge over there. They don't use any of that bullshit.
They have a full bridge.
We've had this whole conversation for an hour and a half, and it was. Topic was mentioned on and then off of real quick, and you guys don't want to elaborate on that?
Which part?
I'm willing to elaborate on the ghost.
I brought it up like 4 times, and you said,
"What are you talking about?
There's no cheating of the clamp."
You keep avoiding it.
No, not avoiding it at all.
I asked if you heard of Ghost Watch. He's like, nah, it's not a thing in our
I need a
org.
refill. If you're gonna start talking shit, do your thing.
Time to refill the cup.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's already did it once. It seemed like.
Really?
I don't know. He's ridiculous.
We had no issues in finals. That's why there's really nothing to talk about. I know going through USAC there were some issues. Drag there was issues, and we just we prepared ourselves, and we made sure that there were no issues.
So, do you know the guy that was in question? I think he competed at Midwest SPL.
Here's the way I look at it. Whatever happened at USAC is none of my business. Whatever happened at drag, none of my business. The only thing that matters to me is our event, and it's my job to ensure that it is as fair as possible with no drama. And it was fair, and we had no drama. So
you do know who it was.
Absolutely, I know the people. I do know the people in question, and during their runs, there was no big gathering around the meter. There was no chit chat going on in the pit stalls. It was easy.
He changed his amp. That's what happened. He knew the gig was up. He had a good run this year. Changed his amp for Midwest SPL. I heard he broke out though. Somebody just said in the comments. Not just said, but a while back.
I
don't know.
I
have to look. I have to look at your brackets or something. Oh, the entire couple competed. They say in the comments.
Correct.
And neither one had an issue with clamping or something finicky or wacky.
Nope, no issues.
Interesting. Something's up. Well, they didn't win. That was the key. That was the key. Steve said
They put up some good numbers.
Yeah,
I mean they did fairly good. But no, there was nothing for the whole weekend that caused any eyebrow raising or anything. I talked to Wayne earlier today. As soon as his plane landed, he called me and wanted to hear about our finals, and he said everything in Brazil went well too.
Well,
I'm just repeating what I was told.
yeah. There's some, I don't know. Unless they're just, Unless they're just incredibly better than us at SPL, something's up.
He said the product down in Brazil this year was basically all the newer stuff. So, a lot of the issues came from all the older style amplifiers. And he said those just really weren't to be found at the Brazilian finals. Right. Have you ever been to Brazil to their finals?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Have you?
3 times.
You've been? Oh,
3
wow.
Times. Yeah. They're if you thought we love the sport up here, they eat, sleep, and breathe it down there.
Yeah. Oh, they're dedicated for sure. Like they bust tail.
That they do. So he said there was really no. He was wanting to go down there and find some of those amplifiers. He was kind of wanting to find some of those issues just so he could collect data. And he was kind of a little perplexed that didn't happen.
Yeah, he was hunting for the ghost watts.
I mean, you can't fix it if it doesn't happen in front of you.
Right. I don't know what his explanation was for the ones that somebody brought up at DB drag finals, but I don't know. I know you don't want to comment. I know you don't want to comment. Huh?
Ask.
I know you don't want to comment on nobody else's orgs, but from your knowledge of SPL and your org and from other orgs, DB drag, would you have thrown a red flag seeing some of the things you saw? I can say what they are, or if you want me to, if you know about them, what the accusations are.
I've been in their shoes. Here's
where
the
judges.
Yeah, I mean, I was
judge
for drags for years. I've been on both sides, and I honestly don't know who the judging staff was, so I can't pinpoint or blame anybody for that. The only information that I have from drag finals was 2 weeks ago on your guys' show, and I listened to the audio. I had people messaging me back and forth for what appeared to be like for 2 weeks. The advantage we had going into all this is we got to sit back and one, I knew about all this before USAC finals. I was aware of the situation. So I was already putting things in place before that. USAC finals.
Wait, what were you aware of, if you can say?
I'd rather not.
Steve. Continue.
Some things are just better left unknown.
We like the smoke here. When the smoke comes out.
Yeah, and I was trying to prevent a forest fire, and I believe I did. So USAC happened. There was issues there, and I kind of heard about it, and I'm just okay. So I gathered some more information. Drag finals happened, gathered some more information, and I just started connecting the dots and putting pieces together. And
so you had people in your ear giving you, hey, this looks fishy, or you saw it yourself? You think?
No, I didn't see it myself.
Well, I mean, not saw it, but like saw what people were posting and the accusations yourself.
To be honest, I'm on Facebook and off Facebook. I have like 7 or 8 Facebook accounts for just various different stuff. I got some
trolling.
I have one. It is a absolute full blown troll page.
I love it.
That you will never find me on that because I am so incognito. You just don't have a clue.
I have one also, and Fade's my friend. He doesn't know.
So, but no,
I have just that.
No, you have two. You have two.
I don't.
You have two.
But,
you have two.
I'm not part of
Taylor Gardner and Taylor Faye Gardner. That's like that's not an incognito account. I'm gonna make another account. That's like
Steve said if he gets enough donations, he'll tell the smoke. That's what I heard.
Well, we had no.
How
smoke.
much? How much?
So
what's the number? Fade's got it.
We just made sure that there was not going to be any smoke. How
did you prevent that? How could you combat somebody?
AI.
Honestly, I
did you have different software than the DB Drag and USAC people had?
To my knowledge, I had the same software as that Drag had. I don't know that Drag utilized it, and I could be completely 100% off on that. But
Skynet was live when you went metering.
Skynet.
You don't know Terminator?
Are you shitting me?
You've never seen the movie Terminator? Or you just didn't give him a horrible reference?
Yeah, that was bad.
Thanks.
Damn. I wasn't expecting to be broadsided by an old movie reference.
Skynet.
So
they just had a new one.
I just we had policies in place. We had phone calls in place. That for me to say that I stopped something. I can't say that because I'm not going to accuse anyone of cheating until they do.
Exactly, and that's what I want to put out there too. It's all accusations right now. We all believe what we want to believe, and it's accusations. But
it's not an accusation.
It is an accusation. Nothing's been proven.
It's proved.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna call anybody out. If there was issues in a different organization, then so be it. You have to know what you're looking for. You do not need Wayne's new software to look at the information available. Wayne's software gives you so much data. It is such an awesome tool, and if you don't know how to use it, then you shouldn't be buying this.
What?
It's a great tool to use. You got to know where to look, what to look, and when to look.
What were you looking for? What would someone look for if they were trying to look for this?
DC in, AC out. That's a good one.
If you look at Bill Gass's comment at 8:02, his comment was that both the DC and AC side looked 100% legit.
Is there a Chad award?
There was, yes.
Dude, Chad
Stoolil gave Bill Gass an award. Yes.
Chad is a beast.
I
don't know if I've ever met Bill, but
Chad is fixing to ship off to Turkey for the military December 7th. So I do need to shout out to him and say we do appreciate him and his service to our country.
Dude, yeah, Chad's one of my heroes. No shit.
Yeah, Chad's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. Look, we got to wrap this up. So we got to if you need to talk shit about anybody in particular, you got to rapid fire this shit right now. Especially Chad, Stoolil, Stoolil, and
Chad,
Jeffrey Sanford, Sandman.
Chad does not look good in a Ronald McDonald outfit when it's cold out.
Not so much. He's the chubbiest Iron Man competitor I've ever seen in my life, too. No offense, Chad.
Yeah. There's too many Mickey.
Accurate. Steve just wanted to say accurate.
Yeah, he just wanted
too much chicken McNuggets in that outfit.
He runs Ironman competitions?
Bruh.
Like the swimming, running, and biking crap?
That's no shit.
Dude, that's like an all-day thing. I don't know if I could do that in a couple days.
Chad will wear you out in the lanes and then on
and now drink it as well.
No, he can't outdrink it, brother.
Oh yeah, I don't know about Fade.
No.
Chill out.
Sorry. You
Reel
might
it in.
be able to get me in the water, Chad, but you ain't mental with me.
In the water only.
That's it.
All right.
Anyway, Chad's one of my heroes. I love the Chad. I love the Chad.
I like the idea. I like the idea of how like all hands on you are. You know, like just about this accusation thing. You got some feedback.
Well, let me tell you about this. And we have a Friday night meeting before finals. It's a competitive meeting at 7:00, and we go through the whole spiel about no smoking in the building, clean up your mess. This is how we're going to stage your cars, yada 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 yada. At the end of our meeting, I said, "Okay, let's stop. Let's talk about the elephant in the room." And I just laid it out. I said, "There's been accusations made. There's things that people are being accused of, and this. I mean, I just went all into it." And then I asked the competitors, "Do you feel that I'm going to provide you with the fairest ran event this weekend?" And they all cheered and said yes. I said, "All right, see you tomorrow."
You gotta love it.
That's a wrap.
You gotta love it.
So I mean, when there's an issue, you got to hit it head on. You got to approach it. You just can't, sugarcoat it or I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I wonder.
Did you see one or two people start sweating when you said that?
Yeah, I'm serious. Like I wonder if nobody wanted to bring it up.
Yeah.
Especially Chad. I wonder about that guy sometimes.
Actually, I don't think Chad was there. I think
is he the one with the loud S10?
What? Don't make me beat you to death.
I don't know people that I should know.
He's the one who made Loud and Clear retire from stock 0600 with an S10.
Okay, all right. Well, he does have an S10. Why you made me feel stupid for a second?
And then held every record until he's at like 20 world titles.
Is he selling an S10? Can we get one down
Probably.
here? Let's
he's all in on Orion now.
Well, he's going to be.
I don't blame him. If I was going to go after like
first
round draft picks, if I was looking for first round draft picks, Chad might be.
Oh, I thought you meant Orion. I thought you meant Orion was your first draft pick.
No. If I was Orion, I was looking for first round draft picks.
I saw where you said that being hands on. Doug Robert commented about being hands on, and basically this weekend I was choreographer, I was janitor, cleaning up oil slicks. I was helping. We have our own judges, so they do all the inspections and stuff. But I was right there with them. We all wear earpieces and in constant communication with each other during the entire event. I was the guy that was going around and shaking hands and kissing babies and getting demos, and
me being wrong is not a thing.
And chalking, putting chocks under tires and placing the line. I mean, I was everywhere. That is my job for the weekend, is to give back to my competitors to whatever extent that may be.
Midwest SPL, hands on. You gotta love it. Cheaters have no place here, buddy.
No place here.
We will call you out, and it's gonna stop here. The buck stops here.
We'll call you out and catch you.
We'll tell you we're onto it, and then you got to go swap your amp for somebody midnight.
Yep, that's right.
And find a
or
gas
one
can.
we have here.
Or just tell you to go home and never come back.
Hey, listen, I heard the craziest. Look, we got to wrap this shit up.
Fade said that 4 times, and he's got another story to tell.
I got one question for you, and then
the man's got yellow vinyl to cut. Come on, Fade.
Listen, one question.
I would love to cut some yellow vinyl.
It's actually just an opinion. It's actually just an opinion. Okay, what if you had a power supply and an amplifier on the bench next to the term lab, and all you did was hand the competitor speaker wires to hook to their shit, and then you clamped it or whatever you did, and that was like a class. That was your incriminator 20.1 class. How do you feel about that? Like super quick.
I feel that you're about 15 years behind the times.
Oh, damn. 15 years? Jesus Christ. I'm not talking about 0 to 600, dude. I'm talking about I got 500 watts for you, and that's all you got. That's all you can use.
I'm talking about I set up a cart with a power supply, an amplifier, a term lab on it. So you would bring your car with no audio system on it. We would put our sponsored enclosure in your car. You would get whatever CD you want and put it in a CD player to make your car as loud as possible with the setup that I give you.
Wait, the
And then
sub
we-
or the amp?
Everything, huh?
The sub, yeah. Well, the sub would just go
That's
in.
not. No, that's terrible. That's a terrible analogy. I'm talking about power.
What about the local guy that comes to the show that wants to be a part of the show, but yet he doesn't have a stereo? Now he brings his daily up there with nothing in it. Now he can actually compete.
Go home, local guy.
Terrible.
Ain't
Beat
for
it.
you.
Beat it. Competition's not for you.
I'm
Beat
just
it.
saying, we've done something similar to this many years ago.
You understand what
just
phase
like-
mean?
Yeah.
He's saying like the as
500 watts,
you as the
500
show
watts.
you as the showrunner provide the power for this guy's entire car setup, like
There's
amplifier
literally no
wise.
controversy.
There's no
Every
controversy. You
single
get 500
person gets
watts,
500 watts.
the same power, same whatever. You know what I mean?
amp, same all things, same amp, same power, same all the things. Yes, you're welcome. That's a new class.
It just you just
all of the
blew his
everyday
mind,
audios
Fade.
class.
Yes, sir.
All of the everyday audios class.
Look,
Why
look.
do people keep talking about Jerry?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out 2 different ways that could go wrong.
No, there's 0 ways that can go wrong. Literally 0.
It needs some
Trust me.
tweaking, but I like the idea.
Literally 0 ways that can go wrong.
And
Get
what's
him.
the purpose of this?
So there's no ghost watts.
No ghosts. No ghosting.
There's no guess on is this guy running 500 watts?
You can give them the volume knob and let them control the amount of watts, but it's your knob, your amp, your clamp, your all the things. All they do is do this.
Yeah,
number.
this right here.
I'm just like Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Hey,
I'm out. All right,
Cut it.
everyone, let that marinate. Let
I
that
will.
marinate. Mute Steve. We don't want to hear any of his opinions anymore. We're done. Let all of that marinate, and we got to get out of here. I
yeah,
swear to God.
give your shout out, Steve. You got a show coming up. What? No, it's the end of the season, so you ain't got shit to do. But relax.
Oh, whatever.
Relax.
I got 25,000 Christmas lights to put on my house in the next 4 weeks.
All right, there.
I saw the
Chevy
Clark.
Chase.
Also, we're not friends on Facebook, so I'm gonna ask you to be my friend if you accept.
Don't do it.
Even
Well,
funnier,
I'll
even
have to-
funnier if you screenshot you doing decline on my friend request. That would be hilarious. So
Now, which Facebook page of mine do you want to be on?
the Clark
Oh,
Griswold,
no.
the Clark
No, it's
Griswold.
Steven.
I want the Griswold.
Steven.
No, I want the
That's
Griswold.
the Steven one.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
want
that's-
Griswold.
That's the Steve one.
That's Steve.
Steve. What the fuck? I tagged Steven.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god.
You tagged the
wait,
troll
I got a
account.
missed call. I'm
No,
dying
you're
to know who
literally
this
figure out
is.
the troll one.
All right, Steve. Give the shout outs. Show coming up. What you got?
You know,
Merry Christmas.
The only shout outs I need to give is to all the manufacturers that helped us for our finals, and then our tremendous and amazing judging staff. That there's 12 or 14 of them that helped out, and they're the ones that contribute to our finals to make our show a success. So it's all them.
You're muted, feed. dbsteve@cox.net. I want all your donations to go there, and let's get the numbers up.
Get the donations up.
Donations up.
Get
and-
the donations. Look, we gotta put a donations site on the tab on the everyday.
I'll put it in the live description or something.
100%.
What I will do, if anything that comes in from this point on, will actually go towards next year. And we help out 2 or 3 families a year. And right now we do not have anybody for next year, but there's always somebody.
Fucking right. There's
And send it as a gift. Don't be a douche and send it as. We don't want to report that to.
Well, here's
Trump.
the deal. If you send me $100 or whatever, and the PayPal takes out the fee, I still donate the $100. I'll eat the fee.
Ooh, I like that. I like it.
I like that.
Hands on. No ghost watts. Midwest
I love
SPL.
I love
King
it.
of Clamps.
Midwest SPL. Bring your ass down here to the real South and not the North South.
He does nothing north or south in his
He's in
name.
the North South Gulf.
And he's having a fire sale on yellow vinyl.
All the yellow.
All the yellow.
Literally, if you make Andrew McCullers a poop head out of that yellow color, I'll buy like 20 right now.
What size do you want?
I don't know. Whatever you send me for budget. Knowing I have a vinyl cutter, but I will do it because it's funny.
You need to
I'll
make
send
like
you the vinyl, and you can cut it yourself.
hashtag Ghost Watts.
But I want a
hashtag
video of you
fuck
making it, doing it. It'd be so much funnier.
Well, I'll say this about the whole ghost thing that
Here we go.
that Jennifer and was very. She might have been happy.
He said the name. He said the name.
I did. Well, it's public knowledge. But
Wait, did she compete in Midwest
Both.
SPL too?
Yeah, both. Yeah, both. That's why they didn't get caught because they. Well, that's why they. Never mind.
So it was a joke for the weekend, and she kind of went along with it and wasn't, I don't think, horribly offended. But I did hand her a ghost shaped iced over cookie and asked her if she wanted a treat.
I saw that comment twice in here, and I didn't get it. I saw ghost
didn't either.
cookies.
Ghost cookies. Those came from Lenny Yakavana's wife. She made cookies for everybody.
Red Rocket.
They were delicious.
All
Hey,
right,
Chris Russ. Remember you said you was gonna stab Lenny?
that was a thing.
I just bring that out. I just
Oh
love
my
throwing
God.
people's old
Yeah.
shit out there.
And
We
that's
gotta
a
have
fact,
Chris
actually.
Russ on.
I know it's a
At the same
fact.
time.
Have you not had DJ Resticles on?
No, he's too big for us.
He's too big.
We gotta get the little guys. Like,
No,
No,
like literally too big.
Absolutely.
That's not-
You need to
that's
get
not-
Chris
I know.
on there.
I'm
Chris,
just kidding.
what I don't know if he's even aware of this yet or not, but because he took out of finals early. Chris Russ actually received a 10-year award at our finals, but I wasn't able to give it to him personally because he shagged ass and got out of there early.
I'm just
Oh.
kidding, bro.
But Chris has been involved with us for 10 years, and we do appreciate Chris and everything he's done from starting off as a competitor, a very loud competitor. People may like or dislike Chris, but his contribution to the industry is appreciated.
yeah, I don't
Is
know what
it?
to say about him.
Is it? I don't know.
Contribute. You saying too many nice things about people we don't give a shit
I
about.
know. I'm just saying.
Hank did nothing, and Chris Russ is a douche.
Jesus.
Love you, Chris.
90% of the music that's played at our shows is DJ Resticles.
Stolen from Decaf.
Oh, bang bang.
Bang bang.
I would love to have him and Decaf on, just
I
because
know.
they were there.
Oh my God.
Decaf was.
Seriously, we have
you
to
know.
make that happen.
But
All right.
Decaf doesn't do anymore. But all right, we gotta get out of here.
All right, we gotta beat it.
DB Steve at Cox.net. Send the donations.
Donations.
Tag us.
Chris.
Say it's from me.
We're gonna fight. All that.
And
Do
Chris
the
Russ.
thing. Donate.
Chris Russ wants to stab. Shut up! I got my kid over there.
Red
yelling at
Rocket.
me.
Are
All
we
that.
going to
Cut the hard line.
Wait, I didn't cut it yet. I did cut it. It was just lingering.